The McCanns, a family vanished. Belfast, 2025. The city was bustling, yet it held its secrets close. The McCanns were like any other family, enjoying the simple pleasures of life. They loved spending time together, whether it was a walk in the park, a cozy dinner, or playing in their yard. John, the father, worked tirelessly. He was dedicated to his job, often burning the midnight oil to provide for his family. Mary, the mother, kept their home filled with warmth. She was the heart of the household, always ensuring that everyone felt loved and cared for. Their two young children, Liam and little Saoirse, were the very picture of innocence. They brought joy and laughter to everyone around them. They lived in a quiet cul-de-sac, their laughter echoing in the close-knit community. Neighbors often remarked on how happy the family seemed. On a crisp autumn evening, October 26th, their world turned upside down. The air was filled with the scent of fallen leaves and the promise of a peaceful night. The McCanns were last seen at a local pub, the Claddagh Ring. It was a familiar place where they often spent their Friday nights. It was a Friday night, a time for families. The pub was bustling with activity, filled with the sounds of laughter and conversation. Witnesses remember seeing Liam playing with a toy car. He was engrossed in his little world, oblivious to the events unfolding around him. Little Saoirse, nestled in her mother's arms, looked content and safe. Then, in the blink of an eye, they were gone. The community was left in shock, searching for answers. Days of silence. The investigation begins. In the quiet town of Belfast, a mystery was about to unfold that would grip the entire community. The first sign that something was terribly wrong came the next morning. The sun rose over a seemingly peaceful neighborhood, but the tranquility was deceptive. John McCann, a dedicated worker, failed to show up at his construction job. His absence was immediately noticed. This was deeply out of character. John was known for his punctuality and reliability, making his no-show even more alarming. Calls to the McCann home went unanswered. Friends and family tried repeatedly, but there was no response. By midday, a sense of dread began to grip their neighbors. Whispers of concern spread quickly through the tight-knit community. A missing persons report was filed, the police were alerted, and the investigation officially began. Police arrived at the McCann residence. They hoped to find some answers, but what they found only deepened the mystery. The house was eerily undisturbed. Everything was in its place, as if the family had simply vanished into thin air. There were no signs of forced entry. The doors were locked and the windows were secure. No indication of a struggle. It was as if the McCanns had left voluntarily, but why would they? The only clue? The family car, a silver Ford Mondeo, was missing. Days turned into nights. Hope began to dwindle. The community was left in a state of shock and confusion. The disappearance of the McCanns sent shockwaves through Belfast. The once peaceful town was now the center of a growing mystery. Whispers in the shadows, emerging suspicions. As the investigation intensified, whispers turned into full-blown theories. Had the McCanns been targeted? Could this be a random act of violence? Detectives meticulously pieced together the family's last known movements. They scoured CCTV footage, desperately seeking clues. A witness came forward, claiming to have seen a suspicious van near the Claddagh Ring on the night of the disappearance. The lead proved fruitless. The investigation hit a wall. Theories ran rampant. Some speculated that John McCann's past held a secret. Others whispered about a family feud. The lack of concrete evidence only fueled the growing unease. Dead ends and false leads. The trail runs cold. Weeks stretched into months. The case grew cold. Leads dried up. The police investigation, while thorough, seemed to have reached an impasse. Volunteers distributed flyers with the McCanns' faces. Searches were conducted, but to no avail. The family seemed to have vanished into thin air. The once vibrant community was cloaked in a pall of sadness and fear. The unknown gnawed at the edges of their collective conscience. The disappearance of the McCanns became a chilling reminder of the darkness that could lurk beneath the surface of their ordinary lives. Unanswered questions. The mystery endures. Today, the case remains unsolved. Despite numerous investigations and countless hours spent by dedicated detectives, the truth remains elusive. The McCanns are still missing. Their disappearance has left a void in the hearts of their loved ones and a community grasping for answers. Their fate remains a haunting mystery. The places they once frequented now stand as silent witnesses to their absence, shrouded in an eerie stillness. Did they stage their own disappearance? Theories abound, each more perplexing than the last, but none provide a definitive answer. Were they victims of a horrific crime? The questions linger, unanswered. Theories of foul play and sinister motives continue to circulate, adding layers to the enigma. The passage of time has done little to ease the pain of their absence. Each day that passes without answers deepens the wound for those left behind. Their faces, frozen in time on missing person posters, serve as a constant reminder of the enigma that continues to baffle investigators and haunt the city of Belfast. The posters are a stark symbol of the unresolved mystery. The disappearance of the McCanns is a stark reminder that even in the most ordinary of lives, the unimaginable can occur, leaving behind a chilling echo of what once was and a void that may never be filled. The community remains vigilant, hoping for a breakthrough that might finally bring closure to this enduring mystery.